to Evan Makai Middle School. If that wall gets touched once, Evan Makai's in the lead.
Yeah, and we're right there. We are pushing the postal close.
Is it there?
0.04.
Guys, just move it. Just move it.
We're moving. Hanzo, SG Laser, just step a little bit
They're so far
closer.
away.
Just step a little bit closer. Well, too late now. We're going to reset, hopefully pull back. SG Laser, you're looking to try to get the pick, and the contest is going to come on out. That Dragon's going to be down the middle. Will they be able to find anything? No, it's going to split this team, though. Annihilation ready to go, as well as this Deadeye looking to get a little bit more space. Annihilation ready, but will it get popped?
It probably gets popped after a protection Suzu gets used, and that's going to have to be popped in just a little while here. Immortality Field not being used either, but that won't matter. They lose both of their DPSs in the meanwhile. Immortality Field's not going to mean much of anything. Chezeva's able to get a headshot onto Mute, and this Rampage, if they're going to use it at all, has to be big. There is no Zenyatta, really, and there's no healing. They will have the Coalescence. That's going to go for nothing here. The difference still 400 of a meter. Chezeva still wants to fight this, and in fact, are they going to get rewarded for it? They have 400 of a meter. Finally, they take the lead for Eva Makai. Chezeva somehow still alive and gets a kill on the SG Laser. What is going on? Has the kill on the Coalescence as well. Has the third kill. Will run down the Ramatra, and Chezeva just did something unreal.
But the lead going into Eva Makai. The lead going into Eva Makai.
I don't believe that.
They made the point happen. But like we're saying, Chezeva just committed. They pressed the W key, they pressed the Q. Well, again, I repeat, I don't actually know if they're playing on controller. So they, in my eyes, they pressed Q, they pressed W, and they went in. This Zen is also low, but it's going to end up falling down. The SG Laser are getting another one. Deadeye going to be used. 2 ultimates for Eva Makai ready to go. The window ready to go for HTA, but SG Laser just getting pick after pick. Will it even matter? Looking to try to get the hammer kill, instead getting the grenade kill, and that's going to be Toast being taken down. Blob at 0 health. Ches the fourth at probably 0 health. And now this bot moving on the way back to Eva Makai's side.
7 meters the difference. The big thing there I wanted to point out, Decoy Lady gets the Deadeye off. Yes, it doesn't get any final blows. It gets enough damage to put 3 down below 50 health. That's insane to get through, especially with a shield right in front of your face. 7 meters is the difference. Can they take the lead right here? Nobody's touching the robot here. In fact, they don't want to try for right now. It gets back into the contest of Hawaii Tech Academy, who will take it back for a couple of moments. Annihilation is ready to go. Kitsune Rush is going to be the first to use. Mute doesn't have Transcendence. Mute is gone, and that's a big kill for Hawaii Tech Academy, who want to take this back. Chezeva finds a second one. This Junker Queen has been running rampant and all over this team of Eva Makai. The Dragon Strike finds 2 and could turn this all the way on its head. The Annihilation gets popped, and Eva Makai Middle School finds life.
If you're in their comms right now, you just hear winnable. That is the one thing you hear, right? That Dragon of SG Laser finds 2. You find a third pick right after, and you just go click Annihilation and go. Point on the way to Eva Makai, and now they have the lead. 2 of them gonna get picked on off, trying to just get as much space as they can. Shooting up and running away, trying to reset, get a little bit of heals, and retake this fight. But I don't know if that's what you want to do. You're gonna get burned down by the Soldier and Sojourn, and no ult except for this Transcendence. Maybe gonna get popped here, but gonna get pulled on in. Will Decoy Lady end up being able to stay alive? But no, they're gonna fall, being separated from their team. This bot now near midfield, and you're gonna just keep fighting on fights.
6 meters the difference here. Hawaii Tech needing to take the lead will try to do so. Toast is able to take care of Mute. And you said it first, the support's bloodthirsty today. But SG Laser has also been hitting the shots as if they were just the Hanzo themselves, not missing a single thing. Rampage is available. Let's see if the Rampage hits anything. The Rampage hits 2. That's both on SG Laser as well as Lady Koala, who both get out for the moment. SG Laser falling also low, but is able to get back to the rest of the team, and somehow SG Laser is still alive. Transcendence does not reach them in time for right now, and so now it's going to be Chezeva trying to find picks, but Eva Makai Middle School has found it. HP is using the Tactical Visor to no avail. Lazy Koala rather, with the entire Nemesis form, and Eva Makai keeps it as we hit the 2-minute warning.
Lazy Koala was like, I'm gonna walk forward and try to make space. And they got 2 kills and then went, oh, hey, my team's dying behind me. Turned around and got 2 more. So now we're here. We're back on this side of Eva Makai. We're looking to take another fight. This window's still available to them. Will Blob look to use it, try to make a little bit more space? That is going to cause for a lot of their space. But Soldier falling so quickly with Ches looking for 2. Will they be able to combine anymore?
Chez looking to get a second. That amplification matrix is just going to be so huge if the shotgun finds anything off of it. But they'll go right around it. We'll go and try to fight right alongside of this Moira as long as this Hanzo can hit their shots. We've seen SG Laser go for it. Moira just goes around the corner here with the healing orb. And Chezeva falling also low, has to use the shout already. But SG Laser finding that last shot into Chezeva. Eva Makai wants to hold on to this lead. 90 seconds remaining on the clock now as this team in red needed to find something. Annihilation is used, but the Kitsune Rush may have just been wasted. In fact, it is, because the Annihilation finds the Immortality Field. Lazy Koala is able to find Toast, and now with Legend Piggy able to get the kills as well. Just got to find the soldier here in this 1v1, but it's pretty much said and done. It looks like they get first checkpoint.
They might just get first checkpoint. One ultimate left in the bank in total. Yeah, please, Sheila, don't.
Okay.
Not just yet. Not just yet. We can soon, maybe. Oh, but the soldier on the side of HTA falling a little low, looking to try to see if they can get a little poke damage, but instead falling to SG Laser, and that's going to be the start of the fight. And now SG Laser with that ultimate can zone off so much of this point. Ultimate's coming on up for both teams. Moira has that coalescent. Soldier and Sojourn both coming up on their ultimates as well, but Lazy Koala just punching them away, looking to take more and more space. SG Laser falling a little low, maybe looking to zone them off in that point, but instead Coalescence putting on over and finding the headshot on the chest of 4. That's going to be the dash coming on through from the JQ, but it's not going to find anything. Lazy Koala just going to punch their way through and find 2 more.
Lazy Koala finds 2 on the Nemesis form, and this Kiriko is just so all over the place, and will finally accept their death, but that's not good. You only had 15 seconds left on the clock. That Kiriko is not going to get there in time. If Evan Mackay was smart, they just back away from this for right now. We'll try to tie things up right here. Just the 4th will find the overclock ultimate, but will it be enough? The Dragon Strike down the lane. They can't get away from it. SG Laser's found 2 already, and this Hanzo has been absolutely popping off. The overtime clock will start to bleed out. Nobody else is able to touch the point, and yes, we had League of Legends earlier today, but Overwatch 2 will get its own version of Silver Scrapes.
Yeah, how do I say this? Yeah, it's okay. Whatever. We'll ignore it. I want to bring up some stuff, but it's okay. We'll push on to the next map. Control is what that's going to end up being, as per usual on a best of 5 finish off here. But you're looking at this clip, right? You're looking at this pot G that got played, which for the first time wasn't Ches that we've seen. That's it. We don't know game 1, but from what we've seen, the first time that it wasn't Chezeva getting that pot G. And honestly, SG Laser on the Hanzo was disgusting. Like, if you're picking for that, actually, I take that back. If HTA knew that that was what SG Laser was going to do on that map, and knowing how strong Hanzo is on Coliseo, you don't pick that map. You avoid it. You avoid it at all costs. That is probably Hanzo's best map when it comes to push. And SG Laser said, cool, took it and ran it with it. Made it go all the way. And, hey, it won them their point.
That game turned on its head as soon as SG Laser found its first picks.
What do you mean? The first pick came on the rollout from the Lucio.
I know.
It turned on his head from seconds 1, if that's what you're saying.
Second 1, no. I mean, well, but it still went back and forth. But as soon as SG Laser, that one fight, that it was, what was it, about like 5 meters, I think, was the difference. And then all of a sudden, you said it, they shouted out probably in the comms, winnable, winnable, winnable. From that point on, Evan Mackay is starting to run over the entire table. It wasn't the table being flipped. It was the table being flipped, thrown out the window into the dumpster fire, and just everything going right for Evan Mackay. That entire thing played out so well for them. So now we go to Control. The final map here will be a non-tieable map, of course, so it's not going to be hybrid here. Coliseo can't tie, or rather, I should say, Push can't tie. No other map can tie besides hybrid. But anyways, the most known final game map number 5 is going to be Control. Based on what we've seen, I believe it was Ilios that was the first map, if I saw that correctly. So it's not going to be Ilios, but...
So they didn't pick Kings Row. So...
Oh, they didn't pick Kings Row, so...
Yeah, they didn't pick Kings Row.
Twitch
so
am
I to believe that they're not going to pick Lijiang? Because that's your other classic, right? If you're to pick 2 classic maps in all of Overwatch, it's Kings Row and Lijiang, right? I think that's the go-to for a lot of teams. Everyone knows it.
Yeah.
Things have changed a little now that we've shifted onto Overwatch 2, right? Which has been a while.
I was about to say, if you like to practice dive, watch Point Gibraltar. If you like,
there's a lot. But in the grand scheme of competitive, Lijiang and Kings Row have just been kind of staples. You kind of know what you want to play already heading onto those maps. So is it going to be a different pick? Now, again, this is Evan Mackay's pick coming on out. So you're looking at, are we going to use SG Laser's Hanzo again? Because I would if I were them. But also there's, how much are you worried about Chezeva? Because that's still a big factor when you're looking at HTA's gameplay. And if you can play into compositions where they're forced in the Reinhardt, they're forced on the losing composition, you are already in the advantage. It's composition fix, right?
Yeah, and speaking of the classics, yes, we're headed to the classic. Lijiang Tower will be the final map. Where else would you want to end this entire series on? It's a banger of a series. It's a great series that we've had so far. Where else would you want to end it but the classic overall?
Oh, I wouldn't want to end it anywhere else.
Yes.
I'm just trying to, in my head, I'm trying to brainstorm, right? What do you play? Because there's a lot of different things
you would
that
know
can play
on Control Center. You would know
it doesn't work as well as it used to. He's talking about the Junkrat, right? But it doesn't work as well as it used to because Sim May became so popular, right? When you push on through that, so it's really hard for you to be like, oh, this one-off compositions are going to work. Hanzo is not really useful in a lot of these compositions, right? You find a little bit more projectiles, or you find a little bit more on that Sim, the May, the Soldier being played quite a lot, actually. The Soldier can be played. The tanks vary a lot between the maps, right? You can play Sigma on one. You can play, I believe you can play Reinhardt when it comes to Control Center. When you have Night Market, you can play Reinhardt. You can play Rom. You can play Orisa. There's a lot of different things that are going to come out. And so I'm interested to see how are they going to adapt their compositions, because Ramantra JQ aren't going to work on all three maps, right? The Hanzo that we saw might not work on any of those maps. You can make it work if you're comfortable, but it might not work on any of those maps.
Eva Makai managed that Junker Queen a lot better because, yes, even though there was that insane play from the Rampage, and we've seen that a lot so far, they managed that a lot better with the Kiriko Cleanse, with the Protection Suzu as well. And, yes, maybe not the best use of the Kitsune Rushes, but in the end, one wins them the fight just because they had that threat of the Protection Suzu, and that Junker Queen isn't really able to do anything anyways on that Rampage. So big adjustment there from Eva Makai, but you're right. What the heck do you play here? We've seen a lot of classics, right? I mean, we've seen a lot of, if you watch pro scene, if you watch collegiate scene, one of the best things that you will see if we get to Gardens will be a Faro, will be a Lucio, something that can knock you off of the map. That's the classic one so far. Let's not talk about it because you and I have experienced that a lot. But that's only one map. You still have two more left to go. Obviously, you were talking about a Symmetra earlier. Night Market is the perfect place for that because you know you can get the aggressive point for that nature on the Symmetra with the turrets and all. And then when it comes down to Control Center, it's really anybody's guess as long as it's spam damage, really, honestly.
Doomfist.
So Doomfist,
that might make
we
a
saw
comeback.
Doomfist earlier
that
on.
Might make a comeback. We saw it on map 2.
I think that was from Hawaii Tech Academy. You saw the Doomfist, although that Doomfist
Shambali.
On Shambali, but I think it
5K. Look, it didn't make it that far, but it worked, right? And the Doomfist,
I mean, they were able to adjust to Orisa instead.
It worked for that fight.
Yes.
That's how I should put it. But, I mean, you're winning fight one at a time, right? You're winning a fight one at a time here in this scenario. You're not fighting for an escort that's going to constantly push closer to their spawns. You're fighting one fight at a time. Well, most of the time, unless you're just constantly fighting. This Doomfist is a viable pick. We've seen it. It does work on a lot of these maps.
Yes.
Right? The DPS line, as Overwatch has, it has the most characters. It has the most diversity. You can kind of adapt it as you need be. And then your healers, we've seen a lot of Moira Lucio. We've seen a lot, or rather, Moira Zen, and then Bap Lucio or Ana Lucio. Yeah. So we've seen a lot of that transitions. They're playing two completely different compositions. We've seen the Kiriko as well. There's a lot that they can rotate around. I'm interested to see if they pull out that Doomfist.
I do want to just see if we get the one moment I remember from what is now the former Overwatch League. When it comes down to a Game 5, when the Philadelphia Fusion, I think it was in the semifinals, popped absolutely off on a Sojourn. I think it was Carpe that did it. But the entire time just that Sojourn popped off on Night Market as well as Control Center, who the heck knows what we're going to see here inside of game number 5. But
that part we can't pick.
I know, that part we can't pick, but we can see, we've seen the 5K so far. We've seen the 4Ks. We've seen the potential of both teams. Who knows what is going to happen? Teams will load into Lijiang Tower in a second. Want to give a big thanks as well as we start to end off our day. As the day starts to dwindle down, you can see right up behind us that darkness just emitting the entire walkway and the entire skyline, if you will, as well. But one big shout out that we didn't give mostly the entire day is to Jordan Kimmon and the rest of the team at Hawaii Pacific Academy. So if you're in the arena right now, if you're listening in, how about a round of applause for Hawaii Pacific Academy hosting us today? Yeah, so the entire time.
University.
Hawaii Pacific.
University.
Hawaii Pacific
HPU.
University. It's HTA and Hawaii Pacific
sorry,
University. I'm sorry about
that. A lot of acronyms coming out.
I will point that out. That is my bad. I'm a little tired right now just because we've had 5 games to go through. But, yeah, you can go ahead and beat me up in the parking lot afterwards. I do not mind that whatsoever. I keep saying Hawaii Pacific Academy. It is Hawaii Pacific University. It is Hawaii Tech Academy that is playing right now.
Correct.
That's why I'm mixing it up all over the place. But Hawaii Pacific University, thank you very much for hosting us, as well as all of the sponsors at the same time. Again, Fire Optics powered by Hawaiian Telecom powering this entire thing. A big shout out to them. Of course, to Zippies, Aloha Pacific Credit Union, Aloha Petroleum, Coca-Cola, Streamlabs, Mobile IT Force, Tetris, as well as PC Gamers, all of the sponsors so far. Thank you very much to them. And
let's not forget the people that are running all of this tournament, right? That's Vanta League.
Yep.
And Kogan and Ed have been putting on a great time here. There's a lot of people behind the scenes that we've talked to directly to get all of these assets online for us, to get these teams here and make sure that they're playing this event running, right?
Yeah.
But Kogan has been everywhere, absolutely running around, making sure, oh, the game crashed, oh, this happened, oh, roll check. So big shout out to Kogan and to Ed to make sure.
Yeah, probably needs to get go get some food after this as well. Maybe a certain beverage type afterwards as well. So shout out Kogan and the rest of the team, as well as Ed, co-founder of the Vanta League. So again, we're going to load up here in just a couple of moments as we're waiting away in the Overwatch 2 award. You can see only on the table right now. If you're live with us, only one award remains, and plenty of action left to go here inside of this entire week. And of course, you still have tomorrow as well. You really have all of tomorrow to play for right now for the high school side. Again, like we said, only 4 schools to play tomorrow during our entire high school series. Rocket League will start us off in the first part at about 8:45, so stick around for that because we'll have the opening ceremonies at about 8:30. Coming up, we'll have both of the Rocket League semis is what we're scheduled alongside of the Rocket League Grand Finals. Same thing for Valorant. Both of the semifinals, I believe, will be a best of 1 up until we get to the finals, which is a best of 3. Overwatch finals will then follow with its own best of 5, and of course, we saw the Apex finals earlier on. Apex will cap us off with that best of 3 scenario with the 15-minute timer or the 50 kill, 30 kills.
So we actually clarified it later. We clarified it a little bit later.
Yes.
What was actually misinformed on that Apex broadcast, because we were all so lost. I don't think we've ever seen Apex teams play that slow on a TDM, which, you think Call of Duty TDM, you just want to sprint it down, right? Yeah. And they were playing snipers and holding like it was BR. So, a little bit more aggression found in game number 2. Game number 1, it was a little bit more reserved. Are you trying to, I don't know, maybe it could be a feeler. It's its own thing, right? We found out 30-minute max on each. I was like, that did not feel like 15 minutes. It was 30-minute max or 50 kills. Whatever comes first. And luckily, we hit 50 kills on the second time around. So,
Oh, so that first match was drawn out as long as I thought it was. That first match was
drawn out as long as you imagined.
Yes.
But we ended, and now we're in Overwatch, so it's okay. Apex is at the end of the day, so Overwatch will not actively be starting before us. Hopefully, we have to pray. Valorant is still a long game, and Leighton is here with us. So we have to make that happen. Right?
We need some people with background here. Leighton is on the side right now wearing the producer headset, but the big thing is if there is a Professor Leighton in the house, you can almost think about it either going to game number 3 or game number 7 or going the entire distance, if it will. We'll go into overtime. We went into overtime twice as well in Rocket League. Don't forget about that. I think we went into it twice or 3 times overall.
Twice.
We went twice overall in the game that we saw, right? So
I want to bring it back, though, because we're also looking at this. Evan Mackay has now been in 3 out of 5 of our finals, I believe, right?
Out of our team finals,
our team finals that were on stream. So we saw them, of course, in Smash Singles. We saw them, of course, in a couple of other titles that we're playing that I believe you read out. I'm not fully aware of who ended up where and in what places, but Evan Mackay is now looking for their 3rd shot in a finals on streamer and that we're playing on stream here. 2 of the times they fell runner-up. One time 4-2.
That was in Rocket League.
And then you had League, which was a 2-0. So, you're hoping for the best here. I mean, they pulled it back. It's now 2-2. Yep. HTA won the last control map. King of the Hill. We've heard some people have very varying opinions of King of the Hill. Yes. Some people do like it. Some people absolutely hate it. It really just depends. It's a game flip mode, right? You play for
it's a game of
momentum.
Yep.
Yeah, you play for momentum. If you don't have the momentum, you just lose. Yep. And so you're really hoping you can take that. And Lijiang Tower, everyone knows how to play it. So it's really just play your strength. You need to know how to get onto the point and take it. It's not something where you need to scheme up this intense composition or strategy. Everyone knows how to play the Lijiang Tower at its best. How do you play it at your best?
Right. So we'll see if the teams are ready to go here in a couple of moments as we are getting, again, set up. For those of you that are just joining us, we are awaiting map number 5. We have gone the distance. It was Hawaii Tech Academy that got map number 1, I believe, was on Ilios. And then they got on over to the next 2 maps here, which was for Hawaii Tech Academy side. They dropped map number 2. They won map number 3. Evan
been
Mackay
back and
gets
forth
map
this
number
entire-
4, and
Which-
yeah, so it's gone back and forth here. So if you're starting off with the first person that won the point, it would be Hawaii Tech Academy that gets.
No one has picked a winning map.
Point. Yeah, no one has picked a winning
I
map.
just thought about
that's
that.
the realization that you got to go with here. The optic is that no one has picked a winning map here. So interesting.
Yeah,
the entire
that's
day, by
crazy.
the way, if you're just joining us again, 4 champions have already been crowned, at least on the stream side, team side. Individuals have already been crowned as well. For the champions that we've seen so far, we've had the Rocket League champions being that team from Kailua, the Junior Surf Riders win. For the middle school League of Legends, it was New Valley, the Timbers Revenge team that wins that one. For Valor and Kamehameha Schools, Kapalama able to get their victory on their trophy. And for the Apex Finals that we just saw, it was this team out of Wheeler Middle School that was able to get the championship. So in this case, we will have a new champion crowned overall on either side for a school. Neither side has won a championship, at least on the team side on stream yet. Both of them have been featured on stream at the very least as a school, but neither side has won the championship trophy for the team side. Who will find it out here as we head into the classic known as Lee Zhang Tower. This is I would say, the staple of all control maps in this game.
And we are on Control Center, I think.
We are on, yes,
I don't
Control
know.
Center to start.
I'm taking a full guess because it's been a while since I've logged into Overwatch, if I'm going to be completely honest. And no, I'm not cheating and looking over on the screen to my left.
Well, you can already see it on the wall, I think.
Yeah.
You can see the big wall.
It's Control Center. So we're moving on in, right? I can also kind of tell based on comps. I mean, you're playing into a little bit more of a hold the corners, right? Torbjorn is, that's a pick. It's been a while since I've seen Torb on the Control Center, but hey, whatever works for you, because I've never seen Hanzo get picked this often, and here we are with SG Laser looking to find it, pressing on to the point. Both this Ramachas are going to be dueling at it, punching each other to the next game, hopefully, maybe. Oh, well.
Ches just went right into the back and says hello already. Yeah, the Ramatra charged in for Lazy Koala. But what's it to you? And Ches Eva just knocks on your door immediately, puts up the posters and everything. Punching away goes Rocky. It's going to be Hawaii Tech Academy that gets the first touch on this. An absolutely great play. You're right about this. The Torbjorn right now, not a very good often pick here as that gets run down by Ches Eva one more time. 7% and rolling.
7% and rolling indeed. I mean, we're looking at 54% already on Chezeva, and you're constantly going to be ticking that up, right? Every little bit of damage is going to go on over there. Moira is hoping to try to beat Chezeva to that. Toast is currently at 70. You know, healers are supposed to go up higher than your tank by a lot, and currently it's a race for them individually within their team, but picks coming on out shortly. This fight is going to go on through, and Chezeva again just pulling out the fists, punching them away. HBU or the HBU account, I should say. Soldier going to be able to take on another one, and this looks like a fight over.
Yeah, that's just going to be in the Nemesis form, punching away. And, yeah, whoever's on the Soldier on the HBU account, pretty dang good aim, but that's what happens when you run it right into the face. You were talking about this earlier where the Hanzo isn't really a good positional character for this map. I completely agree, and you can see it so far for Eva Mackay. The Soldier's been run down twice now at the very beginning. So this Hanzo just really not having any fun on this map, and that's credit to Hawaii Tech Academy and mainly Chezebel, who's been phenomenal on this tank thus far, phenomenal on this Ramatra. Has not been able to be stopped except for the 2 maps, obviously, but still Chezebel on the tank side, really the one you want to watch out for. The fight continues on. They go into the server room to start us off. Goes into Nemesis form already. Has the Annihilation ready, and will use the Annihilation to rip this one off. Chezebel's already found one. This Hanzo's in trouble. They'll find a way to rip off more. Annihilation will trade that off. Lazy Koala, though, will get 2 of their own. This fight can turn on its head. Both Ramachas getting 3. This is nuts on its own. Who's going to win out the fight of the Ramatra v Ramatra battle? It's going to be the Reaper in so much trouble. No more raise form. They will punch at each other. Who's got the better punches? Who will throw the haymakers last? It will be Lazy Koala that gets it, and Eva Mackay will flip.
You talked about this a little earlier when we remember when Ramatra came out. That was exactly what we saw right there. The Annihilation killing 4. The attack vibes are going to come out here and try to look to finish off. SG Laser going to fall. This Soldier going to maybe find 2. That's going to cause the cleanse. And instead, that Coalescence going to find the Soldier. The touch going to come on out, and that's going to be 14% and going. That's going to be the Death Monster finding 1. We'll be able to find another. No. Toast able to take out Decoy Lady. Lazy Koala going to be able to find 1 on the punch, but Ches the 4th popping Blade. Will he be able to find anything more than this 1? That's going to find 2 onto the 2 healers. Now you're just looking to finish this fight off. That's 3 onto Lazy Koala, and Ches the 4th making miracles happen at such low HP.
95%. Dragon Strike down the middle. Hawaii Tech Academy just needs to avoid Eva Mackay touching, and they will not get the touch. Hawaii Tech Academy goes up 1-0, is 100% away from taking the championship to their place And that fight could have gone either way. Even if the percentages were up 100 to 26, how back and forth was that? Ramacha versus Ramacha.
I hate
Genji
Ramacha.
Genji Blade gets a few kills at the end.
I
You
hate
can say
Ramacha.
you hate Ramacha. You gotta cast it right now, buddy.
I so heavily dislike watching two of them punch each other. I remember when we first had this out. I don't know if I want to call myself lucky or unlucky. I didn't have to cast that, and so
I did.
yeah. You're the actual person that does this on a normal basis. I didn't have to, luckily. I think I would have gotten bored in 2 seconds, and I was out of it.
I think I can envision this where you were in the studio while I was casting it. I was casting this, and all I could probably see in your head was, oh my god, your hands are on your head, just thinking, oh my god, this fight is never going to end. I know you for a fact. It won't end. Somebody end this, please. I know that's what you were saying. Instead of a Ramacha, though, Lazy Koala switches on over to the Orisa. Instead, the Orisa will try to pop in. Has to use the Fortify already. Javelin spin in at the same time. But look who's in your back line. It is Ches Evo that's able to get in there and swing away, throw the haymakers away. They'll finally get their kills. This Genji falling oh so low. The Genji's now gone. Toshka trying to find a boof off the map. The perfect candidate would be this. And Senyata stays on the map, just on the edge. Hawaii Tech Academy is able to get the first flip. They're able to get both of the supports and dispels trouble. So Orisa does not fall off the map, but still getting rid of the soldier as well. It's just the Orisa left. Hawaii Tech on the front foot.
Yo, if I'm toast, I'm mad. I feel like I just lost 2 environmental kills that should have went my way. But hey, we have the point. We have 18% on lock, and you're just wanting to take this. Cheseva has 90% on the ultimate already. Oh my goodness, that is illegal. But we're looking for this first fight, right? You want to take the engage. You want to take the annihilation. Is that going to be able to find anything? Are you even going to need to use this? Cheseva looking to find, holding off that coast side, but this fight starting out, and Cheseva has ult.
You say illegal. Cheseva has ultimate. You need 2 pairs of handcuffs to stop this Ramacha right now. Lazy Koala's able to find Ches the 4th, though, and it's looking like pretty good for right now. Annihilation is not going to get popped yet. Cheseva, good discipline, though. Keeps the Annihilation in, knowing that there's an opponent still there. And Hawaii Tech actually forces out the sound barrier here just to keep some percentage points, but it may have gone to waste as it goes back to Evan Mackay.
That was... I feel like they could have used that better. That's my take. I'm gonna let that pass. At least it wasn't an Ajax, so we're just gonna move on.
For those that don't know what the Ajax is, it's trying to use the sound barrier. Remember, you have to touch the ground to use the sound barrier,
and you don't.
And you don't use the sound barrier, and that's the Ajax. You waste it.
Exactly. So I'm happy it wasn't that, but this recontest is gonna come on out. Cheseva has ultimate, like we were saying, and Annihilation gonna get popped. Window gonna get popped, as well as everything you can think of getting popped on out. But SG Laser gonna find one that's gonna be end up traded out here, and the trades are going on through. HTA only has Cheseva left.
Somehow, some way they do, and it's only Cheseva that's going to get tossed maybe towards the edge of the map, but you're right. 3 ultimates used for Hawaii Tech Academy, nothing on the board left. Evan Mackay does have a Transcendence to use here, so advantage all to Evan Mackay, really, because they have that Transcendence available to them, and they get rid of the Ramacha. That is so huge for them, because that's the tank gone, and that's a lot more time wasted.
It's a lot more time wasted. I mean, we're holding on out. Chestafort looking to try to make some damage happen on this point. I don't know if you want to stick on this point, though, because you're just holding out for what? There's no percent on the line there. Least qualifying the soldier of HP Esports' account. And HTA's, they need to reset. They need to look for ultimates. You need to try to get this going because you have Transcendence, you have Death Blossom ready to go for Evan Mackay. What are you going to be able to do with it? This Zarya going to come out from Ches.
Zarya gets pulled out from Hawaii Tech Academy. No ultimates on the board. It is just a blade that is still not up. If Chester goes down, it's pretty much over. There's going to be Transcendence, but perfect timing on the Transcendence at the same time. Death Blossom comes out, is able to find at least Chester 4th, and right now the percentage points start to roll on up. It'll keep on ticking up.
One fight.
80%. It is one fight territory. But if this Baptiste goes, it's all but finished, as they will try to get the final kills here. The Baptiste somehow still living, but SG Laser is able to switch on over from that Hanzo aim into that Soldier aim. 98%. Ticks will start to roll up. It'll be the Wrecking Ball trying to contest this point for right now. Orb of Discord on this Wrecking Ball is such bad news for right now. Genji goes down. It'll just be the Lucio left to touch on the board. The Lucio will go down, and ladies and gentlemen, we are headed the distance.
If you had one way to end this day, it's not only the map 5. It is now map number 3.
It is.
Individually on Lijiang. We head over to the last map on Lijiang Tower. Again, compositions
Gardens.
Looking to swap Gardens of all places to end the day. What will we see come on out? I mean, Ches Eva has been absolutely disgusting on everything you can put him on. But we're looking at the good lucks coming out in the chat. We're looking at the good luck, have funs. They all know what they're here for. They're looking for this finals. They want the win, but at the same time, good sportsmanship indeed. And they're holding on out. They both know what's at stake here. Playing for the win, playing for the championship, for the Hawaii Esports Fall Overwatch Champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going the distance. Make some noise for your teams here because this is an insane amount of gameplay we are seeing from both sides. Who else could have predicted this to end? The storybook ending happens right now. Mute's able to take care of the soldier on the Eva Mackay side. The Tigers searching for their first team championship. 3 times they have been on stream. 2 times they have failed. We will see if this team can get the championship for the Tigers once and all here in the middle school side. Just Eva was able to counter that out with a punch of their own on the Nemesis form. Dashes away. Chesla does get that kill on the execution. The Zenyatta's in so much trouble. Hawaii Tech's got the 2-man advantage here. Just trying to find out the difference between the Orisa as well as Ramatra. Fortify's youth. That Fortify is just going to melt away. Hawaii Tech will start off with the first cap.
They'll start off the first cap, and we're looking at the ult charges here. Joseph already has 70% on the line. But hey, this time around, Lazy Koala near matching that. So not just out of it yet. We've seen these ultimates get popped from everyone, almost quite literally everyone at once, and it has constantly been flipped on where it's going to go. HTA playing on that Hanzo, maybe looking to find a pick. SG Laser looking not to play the Hanzo, instead opting for the soldier in this fight, being pushed on through. Toast able to poop one farther away and able to take out Decoy Lady very early on into this fight, and that's already 1 up on the play.
They're going to get 1 up for right now, but is it going to be enough? 30%. We know these fights can turn. They might start turning right now. Lazy Koala's able to find Blood. It turns around. Terra Surge comes out, finds a double kill, and Eva Mackay still in this fight. They use the Annihilation as well, but Chesava turns it right back on its head. Both of the tanks use their ultimate. This could all well be here for Eva Mackay to turn this fight, which they do. They get rid of him, and the Tigers are back in it.
The Tigers are back in it. I mean, that was disgusting from Lazy Koala. I was able to find so much of their space, and able to take out 2 is so important there. I mean, you're just trying to see how much you can do. Toast hopping on in. I don't know if this is going to be an overcommit, but now the rest of your team falling on through. That's going to be the Transcendence getting popped to counter on the Dragon. But instead, Legend is going to fall, and that's going to be so... SG Laser finding 1, but won't be able to match it. Samir to go out.
Samir comes out at the same time. Coalescence, both of the support off. Tactical Visor comes out. That's going to be counted up at the Diva right away. So all of the Diva shots just being poured into Jezema and Toast, both finding their picks as well. And this is starting to flip. HTA gets it back.
HTA gets it back. Shizoma finishing off those kills, but wow. I mean, you pop Transcendence to try to counter the Dragon and the Dragon Strike, and now you're sitting there wondering what's going to happen, right? You're pushing on through. What are they going to be able to find? Are they going to find anything positive for themselves here? They need to make a play happen. And this play is going to come out of the white room. TPing in. This Death Blossom is ready to go. Are they going to be able to find anything? They're going to push on in.
They push on in 70%. Here we go. Death Blossom gets ripped away, and the Tigers have life. Decoy Lady gives them all the hope that they want. 76% is all they get. Team kill. Eva Mackay gets it back.
And Mackay gets it back on a 3-piece coming out from Decoy Lady, and that's going to be now so much of that damage coming out. Chezeva has Diva ult ready to go, or near ready to go. Ches the 4th has Genji ult ready to go. So will they be able to stop this? They're going to want to contest this, but this Blade.
Blade comes out, Chesta Ford slashing away, only gets 1, gets Legend Piggy, but that might be big enough of a kill to go off on. Chesva, though, inside of Baby Diva form, is able to find it, is able to get back into mech as well. The chance is still looking good for Hawaii Tech if they want to flip this all the way on its head. No more Arm of Discord. Just Eva wants to win this fight out. They might just be able to do so. 59%. It's still flipping on over. Lazy Koala still has this point for right now. Toast and Blob doing their best to heal on up. They will get it. Hawaii Tech Academy 20% away.
20% away. They're leading by 15%. They have 1 fight to play this out. Eva Mackay needs to be able to take this here, and if they don't take it, that's going to be game. That's going to be serious. That's going to be championship point headed over to HTA. Mute, you cannot fall first there. That is so much for your team, and SG Laser able to get the 2nd pick for their team. And it's the end of the game running on.
Here we go. A couple of last-second chances. Hawaii Tech Academy on the cusp of getting a championship, and they might just get it. Ches Eva finding their picks, blocking out this entire Sigma Lazy Koala, and nobody else is going to be able to touch the point. We go the distance in our final map, and Hawaii Tech Academy will lift the trophy in fall of 2023. Ekahi, Elua, Aikolu, Eha, Aloha. Hawaii Tech Academy has won it here in fall 23.
Who else to end it but Ches Eva? 2 kills to end that game out. And again, you see it. The play of the game. 3 out of 4 times of the maps that we got to watch. I'd love to know if that's actually 4 out of 5, but 3 out of 4 times of this play going to this player. Ches Eva absolutely rolling this lobby. The annihilation, the fights, winning out each and every single time, playing it through. And yes, congratulations on over to both teams. But in the end, HTA coming out the championship and the champion here.
The champions of the Fall 23 Hawaii Esports League, presented by Hawaiian Telcom and powered by Phi Optics. What other way would you want to end a day like this? Middle school competition has been so good the entire day. 4-2 on Rocket League. In Valorant, 2-0. League of Legends, 2-0. Apex went a great amount of matches, a 2-0 as well. But in the final match, not only do we get a 3-2, we go to control, and not only that, we go all the way to a 2-1 final score. You could not have asked for a better storybook ending. And you can see right now they are taking their congratulations all over right now on the other side. Both teams playing extremely well. Again, if you're the co-founder of Vanta League right now, Mr. Ed Lallier, you could not have asked for a better storybook ending. You are hyped. You are pumped. You do not want to give out any more raffles tomorrow because this might be as best as it gets right now. But who knows what the high school side couldn't pull up for you. In fact, why don't we just go straight into awards right now as they're all just standing up already. Let's just end the day right here, right now. Let's come on over to the entire scene of the trophy ceremony because, I mean, what a way to end our day right now. You and I can both agree to that. We'll start wrapping things up as the entire trophy ceremony gets to start getting prepped. Once again, a big shout out to our presenting sponsor, aka Hawaiian Telcom. Again, check on the booth. They have a lot of things going on. They'll have their representative back here tomorrow as well. But again, with sub 60 millisecond ping to the West Coast servers, Hawaiian Telcom is your edge to guarantee you're racking up those wins in any online game. Also, shout out Aloha Pacific Credit Union, Zippies, Aloha Petroleum, Coca-Cola, Mobile IT Force, PC Gamers, Tetris, and Streamlabs. A big mahalo to all of our sponsors. With that being said, Cole, I think we are ready to go. And what a day it's been. But for these two teams right here, an unbelievable day of action, an unbelievable finals. And we will start off by presenting our runner-up trophy. This team gets the 2 points here overall. Fortunately, not able to cap the third, but what an unbelievable season overall. Coming up to the stage right now is runners-up of the Fall 23 semester. Please welcome in the Evel Mackay Tigers. Once again, congratulations to the Evel Mackay Middle School Tigers. They say on their shirts, elites. No doubt about that. And now, the team that was able to pull 3 points and in the final map was able to take it to a 2-1 victory, raising the trophy for the final time today for our entire event. The champions of the Fall 23 Hawaii Esports League. Please welcome up to the stage, Hawaii Tech Academy. So you can see the champions taking their pictures. We will start to close things up here inside of the Hawaii Pacific University Esports Arena. A big, big day overall. And they will have, you can see their pictures being taken one last time here by the entire team and by Ed and the rest of the supporters as well. I don't know how many phones are out here right now. There's plenty of phones to go around, if you will. And they will go ahead take their final photos here. Also, a big shout out as well while we're waiting here. A big shout out to Olelo Community TV for coming out here and supporting it. I know Todd and the rest of the group there from Olelo showing great support for what we do in the esports realm. So big shout out to the Olelo Community TV folks and what they do here for our entire tournament. You can see final wrap ups here for both of these teams. The teams will high fives, take their pictures, and all the championship trophies will be taken. And again, reflecting on what was a very great day for the entire realm. We started off here with our opening ceremonies at about 8:30 Hawaii time. We are now sitting at just about 4 minutes to the top of the hour at 7 o'clock. Lots of action here. We want to thank everybody who came out here for not only Rocket League, for League of Legends, for Valorant, for Apex, and for Overwatch, but for all the parents, for all the players, and for all the supporters right here that came by to watch all of these teams participate. Also, big shout out to the main sponsor, our presenting sponsor, Hawaiian Telcom. Once again, the presenting sponsor, Hawaiian Telcom. You can join them tomorrow as well. Check out all of their fiber optic networks. And, of course, with sub-60 millisecond ping to West Coast servers, it is giving you the edge to rack up those wins in any online game. Once again, all of our sponsor shout-outs as well to Aloha Pacific Credit Union, Zippies, Aloha Petroleum, Coca-Cola, Mobile IT Force, PC Gamers, Tetris, as well as Streamlabs. That will wrap us up here. A big mahalo to all of the sponsors, and a big mahalo to Hawaii Pacific University, again, the host of the Vanta League, for hosting the entire thing, for our entire prod crew that has been working here tirelessly, relentlessly here for the entire weekend thus far. We still have one more day of this, folks. Come back tomorrow for the entire high school side. Thanks for watching, everybody, and until tomorrow, take care and aloha.
Not happy with your loan rates and high fees? Want to hear a secret? The best way to bank may be at Aloha Pacific Federal Credit Union. Our members are also our owners. That's why your loan rates are so low, and you have very low or no fees. We don't have stockholders, so all our profits go to member benefits. Now that's a great deal. When you have Aloha, anything is possible. Visit a branch or alohapacific.com.
Holiday traditions may change over the years, but at the heart of them all, you'll always find connection. With Fi Optics from Hawaiian Telcom, that connection can be stronger than ever. Thanks to boosted bandwidth, speeds up to 1 gig, and Hawaii's only 100% fiber internet, you can enhance everything that makes the season special. Elevate the magic of the holidays with the magic of Fi Optics. Get up to a $300 gift card when you switch to Fi Optics. Fiber internet plans start at $39.99 a month.